Welcome to Life by Design. 91 days from the first day we then declare the first Ebola case in Sierra Leone. From that 10 day, Bokutin don't happen. Over 2,500 people now they already don't be infected with the virus. Over 1,400 already don't die. The question of people in mind, are we winning this war? We want to attempt to answer this question. We also want to look at the strategy them way some districts them already in the country they use for make sure say them put this virus under control. And waiting we say go able for land from this. Also, we want to look at what the Ministry of Youth Affairs they do for make sure say they help young people in the country fight this virus and win the case. Now this and many more other information including the situation updates na today's edition of Life by Design. I'm Joe Abass Bangura. We want to start by looking at we statistics in terms of how we do by district in the fight against the Ebola virus. We say we want to start with the beautiful case of Koinadugu district where we would have news from somebody in a Koinadugu district for let them tell waiting and they do, but Koinadugu district is still zero. We salute you. The first case in Kono, when have been the only case in Kono, still remain the only case in Kono, and we get 440 cases in Kailaon district. 320 cases in Kenema district, Pujaon district 5 cases, Bonf only 1, Bo 35, Moyamba 9 cases, Tonkolili 11, Bombali 17, Cambia only 1 case, Potloko 54 cases, and Western Urban 29 cases, Western Rural 12 cases. Obviously, you know, say some red flag them don't go up already. Big red flag. Now area them way been previously low like Potloko district don't shoot up. Bombali district don't shoot up. It's a wake up call for we all waiting at that area then they and for make sure say we continue for be vigilant. But this is a battle like the president say we cannot afford to lose. So let's keep fighting, let's be vigilant, hygiene factors, and all the other things that we don't say we'll for able to do for cooperate with the medical people for make sure say we continue for fight this war and we for able for win them and not enough for that at all. If one for now just break this and let's just look at some charts in terms of how we don't progress from the 9th of August to the 25th of August. You see say Kailaon start with 368, now 440 cases. And it's been going up and up and up, even though the rate at which it may go up earlier and higher. So you see, say it on the taper down, and but still on the up from the 9th to the 25th of August. Kailaon we come to the position we've been on the Kenema itself also going. In fact, Kenema start always been up 235, 320. That's the position we have with Kenema. You see how the straight line graph been there. Now, if waiting and they tell we okay, that's on 20 for go by say don't stabilize. We're not supposed for see Kenema the rise. You're supposed for see them they stabilize from this point go on. And let's take the next one. Obviously, I tell you about the beautiful case of Bombali. When are just 5 cases been there on the 9th of August. Not just 5 cases been there. Now it moved to 6, then to 7. A day for a couple of days, 5, 6, 7 days. Then we get 3 more cases. It stayed there for the next day. Then we get 1 more case. Then 6 more cases don't come from Bombali. Whatever happens, it's this battle is winnable. So let's not forget, let's be vigilant. Waiting up with Bo. Bo first started with 19 on the 9th. Go 21, 22. It stayed like that. Then 1 more case. Then 1 more case for another 4 days. Nothing not happened. Then 2 more cases for another 1 day. Then 27. Then we get 6 more cases for go 33. Now it's 35. So for Bo, we can fight this case. It's just encouraging everybody. When this broadcast they go out, it's just saying this is the real fact. This is the reality. Now Bonf, obviously, now one part of the case they continue for salute. From the 9th, we want to be the one straight line graph. Straight one and they know for push and behind it. Cambia. 1 case from where they get to 1 case. Like Bonf, then still the straight line. This is what we want to be able to see. Moyamba started with 4. Then 1 added, then 2 more added, then 2 more added after 5 days, 9. Not doing bad, but let's just be vigilant because We don't want to see these graphs going up. We want to see these graphs coming down. We want to see these graphs staying either stable or coming down. Put lock on. Like I say just now, put lock on na case for make we for worry about. Now put lock on almost done triple from the 9th of August. They don't would have been 17. It don't end up to 54. From 17 to 54. So we just want to encourage everybody now put local. This is a case for we. Let's find out what's happening. Explain unto we serve the authorities, the health authorities, the for work with everybody. This now thing will forfeit right through every district. The next, Pujaun district also being a bit stable for up to the 20th. It been stay stagnant. Then we get one more case. Then we get one more case on the 21st. One more case on the 23rd. Another case appear na Pujaun. It's fully stable. Now, obviously, you don't know the strategy. Any one case where you identify, if you identify all the people where they around this person where they don't identify as a positive case, if you isolate them people and watch them over 21 days, where the statistics they tell we now say most of them want them where then they quarantine. So you know, a greater part, most of the time, you know, they are free and they know they get the virus passed on to them at all. So it's just making sure we are safe so that then we'll be able to stop at that point in time. This is not Tonkolili 1. Then on the 9th, on the 10th, 11th, then get another one. Nothing happened in Tonkolili until the 21st, 22nd, where 6 more cases appear at Tonkolili. And continuous vigilance, 6 more cases. We can to 8, then 2 more cases on the 23rd, then the 24th. You know, nothing will happen the 25th. We get 1 more case. The facts are important. Let's know the facts. The facts shouldn't put you down. These are the stark realities. Western area, Western rural. We started with 1 case on the 9th. Western rural, then at the peninsula. It was just 1 case up to the 14th. Then we get 2 more cases on the 15th. Then we can go to 3. Then on the 17th, we get 1 more case. On the 18th, 19th, nothing will happen. The 20th, 1 more case. Up to the 22nd, nothing will happen. The 23rd, 6 more cases for Western rural. We all came together and answer the question. And the outside the case then come out, Uda then they is just telling us this is where we have to focus our attention. Repeat the cycle all over again. And able for do what we're supposed to do. Then Western area. Obviously, it's also a flashpoint because Western area started with 11 on the 9th. Western area is now at 29. It's a cause, obviously, for worry about. We want to be able to see things the way they go straight, and you don't want to see the graph they claim like that. So Western area, we have to really be mindful and watch ourselves in the Western area. I want to ask you the question again: are we winning this war? Well, I want to make we look at the figures again from another angle. The data we will look at so today, the data with the Ministry of Health and Sanitation released on the 25th of August 2014. We say for Sierra Leone, so 934 people and already non-confirmed say get the virus. The virus may not affect. And out of them one day, 341 don't die. 244 don't discharge now hospital. They don't survive the virus. Then get one key indicator we then call case fatality rate. The case fatality rate currently they at 37%. What does that mean? Now then take the rate of people the total number of people where they know say don't die already. Then divide them over the total number of people where they don't confirm say they don't get the virus. When 341 don't die, if you take 341 over 934, when the total confirmed cases, you get 37%. And what this case fatality rate says is that of every 10 person, for explain in a simple way, it means for every 10 people will go hospital, now less than 4 they die. Every 10 people will go hospital, now less than 4 they die. Now, what does this mean? If you compare this rate, the Sierra Leone rate, with we neighbor them, where we all live and this wala, take for example, take Guinea for example. Guinea their own fatality rate, Guinea their own case rate as Saturday na 607. and then death rate now 406. If you take Guinea, then case, Guinea gets a fatality rate of 66%. If you take 406 over 607, 66%. Sierra Leone is 37%. Take Liberia, the young case. Liberia, the young case, also even stressful, very, very stressful and pathetic, given that fact that we all know what happened in Liberia recently. People then go, loot the place, society, the patients, them in there, and imagine the rest, because anybody will come near them people and they already counted in there. The total infections na Liberia don't go up drastically to 1,082, and 624 people already don't die na Liberia. We put the young case fatality rate at 57%. So Sierra Leone 37%, Liberia 57%, Guinea 66%. If we case fatality rate, now anything for go by, we get hope small. Let's take this break.
Mina sai fofona. Ana able get nothing. Now this stone, now the brook, at the seller, I pay them where the school fees. I'm glad when they come with result in school. I'm happy because when I suffer, which I put on, I see fine result, I glad too much. I manage for like then learn small, let them learn. If I know will get money now for go before, but if they go able to support now, if they get work, they go able to support themselves now. Now the heart, this way I get, I don't want to let them broke stone, let them live fine. The courage, I talk to them, they are the glad because I know they suffer for nothing.
A Call to Business is delighted to introduce C2B Print and Publishing Limited, situated at 20 Old Railway Line, Brookfields. C2B Print and Publishing is an arm of a Call to Business group of companies with headquarters in London. At C2B Print and Publishing, we deliver the highest quality printing you can find at very competitive prices. Our staff and professional operators have a combined experience exceeding 15 years in the industry with local and international expertise. C2B Print and Publishing offers prompt services with a top quality Heidelberg presses which are of precision German engineering. Contact us now for your full color printing of magazines, posters and flyers, corporate identity stationery, brochures, annual reports, calendars, etc. Call us today on 030-999-911 or 088-999-933. C2B Print and Publishing. We meet all your printing needs with a touch of class and excellence.
Welcome back. We want to take time for you a good news. Alassane Kemokai, Sierra Leonean, we now one pan the people and we've been get the virus and survive the virus, get good news and good story for share with you. So after the depressing news, let's get something from somebody and listen from what Alassane say. The fact that now in isolating himself, his mama die and his mama die with Ebola, his mama passed this again. The moment after the number, a few days after that night, discovered saying Segeta. By the time he began get the fever and began get the symptoms, he isolated himself for saving family. Brave guy. I want to salute Alassane, but we can just keep quiet and listen to Alassane and we'll come back to you.
I walked among corpses. It's terrible. Saying today, 1, 2, 3 cups out, 4 cups out. To see myself out, I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I'm out of the world today. I have been admitted for the past 11 to 12 days in the Ebola ward, and today I'm very excited when I'm out today. I'm seeing myself as a free man. Mommy died on the 19th, so I was observing myself 19, 20. On the 28th, I started getting fever within myself. I told my wife and children that do not come near me, please. When I discovered that I have been infected with the disease, I have to abandon that room and get into this other room. This other room is where I was sleeping. It's a single bed with a foam mattress. These are all been discarded by my wife. It's now prepared for burning. It's now prepared for burning. She has burnt most of the things that was in here. When I was moving, everybody were looking at me, and I was very sad when I was going. I was shivering. I was actually carrying diarrhea. After every 10, 15 to 20 minutes, I have to go to toilet. I use this pathway to go to the hospital. This is the bush way. I felt that I was in the other world, that the nurses are indeed angels. That the two books, the Bible and the Quran, was describing that when you died, people will come and judge you. The angels will come and judge you. We were seeing the nurses. You hardly to identify them. Each time I see them, I thought they are just angels coming to question me. Initially, when I had the disease, I have to scare my entire family. I don't even hold him this way. And now when I'm out of the hospital, I play with my entire family now. I play with Misa, and we are now playing together. We do eat together, we do everything together.
Welcome back. Now, Alassane, now one of 244 people them way get similar story for tell. But the bravery of Alassane, like I told you, he isolated himself. He did not only isolate himself, he found his way to the hospital, which is the appeal one forget to everybody, wherever you are. Save your family, isolate yourself. You cannot be able to transmit, at that moment, as long as you're able to isolate yourself from your family. He walked his way in where we here for now treat every other material where this person may not use that. Brave guy. One for salute you, congratulations to you, congratulations to your family. Now, the Ministry of Youth Affairs, obviously, na integral part in this battle where they happen at the country, because young people them form a bulk of this population, and from reports that have been received earlier from the Ministry of Health, say a bulk of the people were affected between the age of 18 and 35. You get a mass number when are young people. We ask the question: what in the Ministry of Youth Affairs they do for make sure say they're able for help for contain this virus? At the same time, YMCA also make presentation to the Ministry of Youth Affairs for help them in the battle where they do for fight the virus. Listen to this.
Well, what they do, we are a coordinating ministry, the Ministry of Youth Affairs. Everything what they do, if I now say, they relate with other MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies. So when this issue happened, we wasted no time. We contact the officials from the Ministry of Health. We come together, we call the people, stakeholders in the youth sector. Sometime last month, at the National Stadium, we launched what we call a National Youth Initiative on the fight against Ebola. Wherein all the students, news day, we get the young politicians and all the political parties appear, the SFDD. Therein we come, we launch this initiative. We wasted no time. We send by then the sickness be the really ravage with people na the southeast. So we call on the southeastern students where we give motoka, we give them resources, or may they move straight away for go talk to the people Then we liaise with the officials from the Ministry of Health, where then come with education materials to where they show we the role and they expect we for play, especially in the area of prevention, in the area of mobilization in our communities. Wherein they advise we for keep key attention to the issues of moving from one community to another. But they encourage the young people for staying at the community for help in contact tracing of the people who get the sick, suspected cases, for reports then cases then they, and also will be people that get the habit of running away with the sick people The young people will talk to them for make them support, for prevent that happen, for also support the forces, the police, the military then, where be they come for protect the hospital then, the young people at the community for stop the people who be they come in an aggressive manner for take patients away. Then they will be focused on but will be focused primarily and to date on the issue of prevention, sensitization, basic practices like good hygiene, practices like washing your hands with soap, chlorine, all these other issues, and wherein we involve the young people across the nation for make them involved in this sensitization. So we launched that program there very shortly. As you can see, we brought us the YMCA, they say they can do small donation. We they put little here and there in the youth sector. All of us don't contribute. For let we say go give as we contribution to government.
Then I've been the Minister of Youth Affairs, Honorable Almami Kamara, they talk to we, and we also not want for making not forget for say the Ministry of Youth Affairs now one the major sponsors of Life by Design. As we round up the show, one for take them for able for salute, them districts them, we already don't show resilience. And believe me, I have spoken with a lot of top and highly placed people in this country, and I could tell you that those areas that have preserved their tidy and very positive rates of containing the virus, it didn't happen by accident. Like how Life by Design, not they happened by accident, it's intentional. I could tell you for a fact, it didn't happen by accident. One panel place, then the obvious thing that the district where we always celebrate in Konadogo district, 0 case reported. And there's several reasons. Today, one for bring you come an interview where we do with one panel people and we involved in the district, we na businessman and philanthropist, we come out na Konadogo district, and it been get a lot for say in terms of waiting then do na Konadogo district for make sure they're able to contain this virus. This time Mr. Momo Conte. Let's listen to her.
Well, basically I think say the first thing na God, we get to tell thanks to God. The second thing, about 3 months ago, I see this thing there, na don't go Guinea, don't can Kailaon. And I definitely know, say, from my own experience, once the virus and people in the move, the virus spread. So I call a meeting, I talk to some key stakeholders from Konadogo. We include the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Tourism, the Minister of State Finance, the acting Minister of Works. I tell them, say, this is my plan, and me ready for fund them. I want make the young inputs, then agree, and then self-contribute, whatever the amount we then contribute to be helpful. I go, we set up the Konadogo District EBOLA Task Force, and we try, the first thing we try for do now for reduce movement, cut people in movement, because that's one of the principal way the disease they move. Then basic responsibility number one, now for look at the whole district and try for design, come up with a formula we will prevent or ward off the spread of Ebola. Secondly, for sensitize, because people who don't go Konadogo district, you'll find out a lot of medicine mandate, anything to happen and say Kabbalah. So we'll call all the traditional healers them, put them together, we'll say, listen, this not you not get medicine for. You possibly bring this sickness in this country, a medicine woman. So for now, up to December or next year, una pull una hand pandemic. Any stranger we come, we say, they do and this, then they don't shoot and which gun, they don't do this. Una make sure say una call the police and the medical team, una not church them. So we give them a thorough education about the whole thing.
I want to end today's program in a philosophical but also helpful note, empowering note now in mind. The news bad, part of the news bad, especially where we've not been getting enough details and making up bring to you. Say 2 major cases where one involved the Bank of Sierra Leone, another one involved another bank, Natong, where the staff them already involved, departments and they would don't close already, because cases then rise up at Freetonia. Should we panic? Should people hide the information so that we're not going to know the full ramification, we're not going to know the full effect of what's going to happen? I don't think we should. I don't think we should hide the numbers. I don't think we know for make people know how widespread this thing be, if it's widespread. Jim Collins in his book, Good to Great, say one part of the things them where they're able to fend na company in America. After over a 15-year period of studying company, then we start from ordinary company and then became great. The results then where the company then give over a period of 15 years beat the market in terms of the results them, the profits them where they make. Then get what you call the Stockdale paradox. It says every one of those companies practice this paradox. And the Stockdale paradox say, we for confront the brutal reality, but without losing faith. Confront the brutal reality. We need to see the figures. We need to see that it's rising. It's a war we are fighting. Nobody asked for this war. Nobody called for it. We're not big for this war. It can't for them power. Now any meeting we camp. But when we understate the figures, when we not make people know the reality of how dangerous the thing is and how widespread it is, you know what will happen? People, they become complacent. So then companies them and nations for that matter confront the brutal reality. This is war. It's killing our people. It's already 934 that's been affected. It's war. It's figure. It's really numbs your mind. But it says without losing faith. And this is just my message to Sierra Leoneans, wherever you are watching or listening to Life by Design. This is how bad it is. But we shouldn't lose faith because it's possible. 27 nations, 7 nations, over 27 outbreaks then since 1976 don't suffer Ebola outbreaks. These are the worst one, but they survived it. We can also survive it. We only need for do waiting, they don't tell we for do already. There are regulations, there are strategies them way, then when they will overcome the past them, then use for overcomer. Even as this broadcast they can tell you, so we just get news say it don't break out again, Ebola break out again. But nothing within the content in 2 weeks because they know what to do, they know embarrassing. Now the first tendency kind of we end, so we not be know. But now that we don't know, I'm telling you, let's face the brutal realities. When you hear bad news, it hurts, it weakening, but never give up faith. If we give up faith, we're finished. Wake up every day with confidence. I had somebody say the other day, the president will share something and says there is life after Ebola. And believe that you have a life after Ebola, you're going to survive it. As long as you do what you're supposed to do, protect yourself, sanitation, sanitize yourself, and everybody waiting that you owe somebody sick, isolate them, check and fend out and I say, if you do this, we can win this war. Admiral Stockdale paradox. Confront the brutal realities, but never lose faith. And we won't. Till we meet on another edition of Life by Design, I'm Joe Abass Bangura on behalf of our sponsors, AfriCell, A Call to Business, and the Ministry of Youth Affairs, and the entire production team. I want to say, confront the brutal realities, but never lose faith. God bless you.